if you win the rat race, you're still a rat. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? When I looked at it a moment ago, Lucky 4 is right, $3,444, not really down all that much. What's going to happen to cryptocurrency? What's going to happen to the price? Right now, it's kind of wait and see, right? I mean, I have seen all kinds of technical analysis. I usually say I see all kinds of technical analysis, but I mean, wow. I've been seeing all kinds of stuff out there with everybody drawing lines all over the place, trying to give us a reason, using the 21-week, the 200-day, the weekly, the hourly, the monthly. You can't use past performance to predict the future, right? Especially when you're talking about an emergent currency, when you're talking about emerging technology, when you're talking about something that's being unleashed upon the world that's never been there before. Bitcoin is a type of money that the world has never seen. It's very sound, right? Due to the fact of the computers that are running behind it, for the fact that there's not people back there trying to manipulate the situation, for the fact that this can all be verified and trusted, and it's not censored in any way. So when it comes to the price of Bitcoin right about now, I'm just looking to accumulate. I know that there's a lot of people out there trying to figure out, hey, how do I make some money off this? And that's absolutely fine. We need those people too in the market. It's just a matter of not getting overzealous, not sitting here and spreading the FUD and spreading the hate while we're down here at the bottom to turn people away from the market. Because ultimately, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is a revolution that we all need to take part in for the betterment of mankind and society together. So who else is here helping fight the freedom fight with me? Samantha.
Good morning, everyone.
So how are you today, Samantha?
I'm great.
You're great?
Great.
Yeah?
Sure. Yes.
Fight the good fight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not making any money, I might as well.
There's no reason not to be great, so why not?
So what are you thinking? You think we're making any progression here with these 60 days push that I'm going for here and how we've been trying to get out here on air daily? I went ahead and I know that we were saying that we were going to stick to a certain kind of time frame schedule of continuing and spreading it across the board. Seems like this 10 o'clock time slot is really what gets us the most views. Still going to try to continue with a Friday night episode.
Yep.
Going to see if we can't continue to try to use streaming labs. Apparently it works really well while we're streaming, but the upload after is very glitchy.
Oh yeah, that rendering is
not
our friend.
We were checking out this Restream.io that Ken Bozak, our friend, turned us on to so that we could stream across multiple platforms, but we don't really have other platforms that we're on. So maybe on the Friday episodes, we'll be trying to cast a larger net so that we can bring in some more subscribers and followers and people to this community to help enrich the situation of how we're all, you know, huddling together and trying to figure our way to these cryptocurrency markets, while at the same time progressively bringing awareness and adoption to the masses out there to see that there's a better type of money than this fiat stuff that's just randomly printed off, pretty much to make the fat cats fatter.
There was, when we went to go look at the Restream stuff, I mean, there was quite a lot of social media, like live streaming.
I did not know that there was so many different streaming platforms. I thought Panda TV had a cute little emblem, and I never heard of Periscope, which is apparently Twitter's Restream.
Yeah, but I mean, that's cool. Like, it was all like, ooh, I don't know, maybe there are more people out there that use, you know, other means of viewing live streams that we're nowhere near, like nothing.
Once again, it's just one of those things where it's like, I would love to get out there. You know what I mean? I would love to be able to help fight the good fight 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, make it my daily passion that I could devote all my energy to. I see ways and possibilities to be able to bring an audience, but still our internet is our biggest bottleneck. But at the same time, I mean, I love the view. All right. I mean, I don't want to be living in the city no more. I don't want to be dealing with the traffic and all that other stuff. So sorry, you guys got to bear with me with the bad internet, you guys. So would you mind pulling up a screen share? I'm sure that looks pretty good on their screen. It's not all glitchy and pixelated as I come out to be sometimes.
I don't know. We should still be grateful because, like I said, we know a lot of people that live out here in the woods that don't have any internet. So
that is true.
At least we have an option. There's one, but still one.
All right. So what do we got here as we're looking at the Bitcoin price? Well, I'm seeing first off that BTC dominance is 53.24. So not really sliding much there. Big plus as we're looking at some of these altcoins making some gains, right? Wow, look at, I see some green there in the top 5. Everything besides Bitcoin's up on the 7-day. We got Bitcoin coming in at $3,440 right now. That's down a little over 0.5%, and almost a 0.5% loss there on the 7-day. We got XRP coming in at 30 cents even right now. That's down 1.57%, but that's up 3.36 on the week. We got Ethereum at 107, sliding backwards 0.25%. Not enough to write home about. I think I had seen a couple articles talking about how Ethereum is going to be slipping under that $100 mark due to their technical analysis. But hey, technical analysis sometimes is a lot of hooey. I mean, sometimes I see it as a lot as a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know, people get wrapped up in these charts and these numbers, and then they go out and they, you know, trade and sell and buy based on them. And that's what swings the prices.
Yes.
But
yes.
I mean, once again, when I lay down at night and I think about Bitcoin, my dreams are for a better future. And when it comes to that, the value of it is immeasurable. All right, so here we go. We got EOS coming in at $2.39. That's pretty much no change there. That's down 0.07, but up 6.7% on the week. There's some nice little gains for people. And we got Bitcoin Cash coming in at $118. That's up almost 0.41. And as we're looking here, we got almost the same kind of gains for the week, up 6.47. Litecoin, $33.85, up about 0.33%, 0.29. And we got a 9.47 gain on the week. Tether coming in at 99.7 cents.
Ooh, it's down a little.
Yeah, under our value downwards selling, right?
Yeah.
We got Tron, 2.6 cents. That's up 4.43 in the 24 hours. So there's some gains for people, but still down 1.44 in the overall week. We got Stellars coming in at 8.1 cents. Sideways action, but still down 6.8. I mean, we've seen big losses last week.
Yeah.
We got Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, $63.07. That's down 1.3%, down almost 2% on the week.
They are still holding the 10th place.
Let's slide down here to check out what Steam is doing. Look at that. 47 spot.
Ooh.
28.8 cents. Down 2.66. Down almost a full percent in the overall week. Not too bad when we're considering the losses in comparison to some of these other.
Oh, yeah. He was, 51 for, 51 something yesterday, I think. He was 51. He got a good 4 places up.
And I guess we should go ahead and check out the Steam back dollar. See what we're getting here with the metrics. 89.6 cents, down 0.44, but still up 3.96 in the overall week. I don't know. I had seen an episode real early this morning from Cryptoverse talking about possible ads on Steam. I don't know. I didn't see much else about it. I really didn't try to dig into it too deep, but I mean, there always has been a supply and demand question that comes up with Steam that he also brought up in the episode. So, I mean, possible following I guess it would be like the Brave. Yes, how they're doing their ads and stuff. And I guess he said something about burning tokens. I don't know. I might look into it a little further, see if I could bring you some more on this tomorrow in an episode. But still, the concept of improving Steam is always a big plus in my eyes. I like these social media platforms that go ahead and reward people for their content creation. That's why I go out and post to as many of these as I possibly can. We use Tribes and Minds and Steam as well. So please, if you guys want to come over there, check us out, sign up for them as well on yourself, start collecting these cryptocurrencies. It's always a great way to collect cryptocurrencies is by earning them through your content creation instead of spending that hard fiat cash on it.
He kind of made it seem like Google AdSense and Brave put together. Because he was saying that you could pay to have your advertising put in and stuff. So it was kind of like both, but yes, it did sound good. But then when we went to go look for it, we couldn't find anything other than his one article and him. So I don't know.
All right. So no more tally fun, right? Because we reached the goal, but we are getting closer. Look at this. The Forbidden Kingdom Musical Festival, the countdown to Boca Raton. We got 11 days, 13 hours, 47 minutes, and 57 seconds this exact moment. I can't wait. Super excited about this. We're going to get out there. We're going to pass out Bitcoin flyers to millennials that are out there having a good time. We've done this once before at the Electric Daisy Carnival. It went over really well. These flyers that we've created have embedded QR codes with the tools that are necessary to get you started. We have the Samurai wallet. We have Coinbase still because we use the reprint.
Yeah.
We also have Wikipedia. And what was the fourth one?
Andreas
Antonopoulos. I mean, who else would you want giving you your first words on Bitcoin, especially if it's just a situation of, you know, you had heard this before on the news, you caught it in a TV episode. I mean, when someone breaks it down and explains it to you, you know, you don't really want to be hearing it from like Roger Ver. You don't want to be hearing it from John McAfee.
Well, we don't want you to be hearing it from them.
Yes, we'd much rather have you be hearing it from Andreas Antonopoulos. So that's why we sent people in that direction. Let's see. I got a little something here I can play. I know that not everybody is a big fan of the EDM stuff, but this is, they went ahead and they made an anthem for this. I can't wait to get out to this event. I mean, it's going to be super exciting.
I love the little dragon part. It comes up here in a second. Fail. Yeah. Dragon.
All right. So, I mean, this is going to be a great event. I mean, it's 2 days long. During the daylight hours, we're going to be walking around. We're going to be passing out Bitcoin flyers. We're going to be trying to shake hands and talk to people. We're going to come back. We're going to bring you as much B-roll footage as we possibly can. We're going to take as many photographs as possible. Yes. I mean, once again, we ordered 500 flyers, so we're going to see about how many of those we can get passed out. Yes. Last time we were able to get over 400 of these flyers passed out. And as Samantha likes to keep saying, she didn't see any of them on the ground. Yes. So hopefully, you know, the high quality paper, the lamination, or I mean gloss is what you like to call it. The gloss, the high definition image, all of that gets people to put it in their bag, put it in their pocket, take it home, explore it later when they're, you know, reliving the memories and events. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited. They're showing more and more of the, I guess, like design, like there's a lion, or I mean a dragon head, and there's a dragon tail, and then now they have a story, like a gigantic story, a whole like shebang of what the theme of this is supposed to be. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, some medieval, cybernetic, futuristic,
yeah,
Forbidden Kingdom, where someone has lost control of their power and is going out trying to seize their throne again. I seen part of that this morning too as we were reading it on the couch. I thought that was kind of cool, a little backstory to the festival. I guess I wish I would have put a little more into it. Maybe I would have customized myself to go more along with a cybernetic medieval.
I mean, it was cool, but when we like, yes, because it was like a little like, you know.
Once again, it helps with the Bitcoin that we'll be passing out.
Yes.
If we're talking cybernetics, how can you not talk about Bitcoin too?
Right, the future, and I mean coinness. So back in the day, you know, they used coins, like
Once
that was
again,
their
though,
currency.
You guys cross your fingers for us, because I had messaged these people
forever, like before they had like a Twitter, like really, like before they had anything out.
So once again, we don't have a permit to pass out these flyers. We're just going to be sneaking them in as we did at the Electric Daisy Carnival and passing them out on the DL.
On the upside, they had a lot less rules.
Yes, I didn't see anything about flyers.
So yeah, it specifically said, like, as part of the you cannot have. I don't know how it was like drugs, alcohol, flyers. And it was like, wow, that's okay, cool. But they did not actually say anything about. So we're hoping it's not even like have to sneak them in, just whatever.
So besides our new schedule lineup, you're also talking about bringing them a live show during the midst of all of this from the motel room.
I'm thinking we might be able to benefit from, you know, better Wi-Fi.
I love seeing you just step it up a notch with me. It's always great to see that you're on board with all of this. I mean, it's exciting to be part of the revolution. So what do we got going on in the chat? Because, of course, this community is really geared towards you guys. That's why Samantha's here. That's why I go ahead and try to do these streams daily. That's why I'm out here, you know, with the live broadcast, because you guys would get a better picture, right? If I did a pre-upload type of situation where I filmed off air and then uploaded it. But of course, I want to interact with you guys. I want to talk with you. I want to answer your questions. Sometimes, you know, people don't want to email. People don't want to follow on Twitter or don't have Twitter accounts because they're anti-social media like Samantha here. But yet you still got those questions about Bitcoin, right? And hardware. And now I know we're at the bottom of the bear market. And there's not tons of people out there that are into Bitcoin right now that haven't been here. But the gates are opening. The people are coming. The bottom supposedly is in or real close to being in, which means that now's the time when people are going to start taking advantage of it, collecting more of this cryptocurrency so that when it does go up, they'll have bags to unload and be able to make their lives better.
Yeah. Okay. So Andy Anderson is here. Andy Anderson gave us a $5 super chat.
What? Thank you, my man.
We love you. He says, my 2 favorite people and my 2nd favorite backyard.
Oh, thanks.
I am says, fake Satoshi is a rat. Just saying. And Swingle Jason Swingle Jason. He's flipped it again because he was Swingle. Now he's Jason Swingle. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He says good morning. And
good morning, my man.
I am also said, did you hear Steam now has ads? More revenue for this token. Awesome news. That is the missing component. See?
I got to dig more into it. I tried a little bit this morning and I really wasn't coming across much besides crypto versus video on it. I mean,
you know, you never want to just take the other YouTubers stuff and run with it because that's when you get into the oops, just kidding area.
I don't know. He was talking about there was a banner across the top of his Steam account. When I was checking out my Steam account this morning, I didn't have any banner.
Yeah, there was like nothing in it. Yeah. We'll look in.
I'm sure as time happens, more of this will unravel. I mean, if this is supposedly working so well for Brave, Steam is kind of a pretty good platform. A lot of people use it already. We had seen the price of Steam get way up there. I was enjoying it when it wasn't so flooded with the bots.
Yeah, but, I mean, that is the problem. Yeah.
It is that they need some sort of a better revenue sense because, I mean, it is disappointing when I can look at a creation of mine and see 100+ upvotes on it,
and like
it be
10
2 cents.
Yeah, like nothing.
And then at the same time see one that has 17 upvotes and be almost $1. And it doesn't feel, everybody's vote should be the same, but at the same time they have that weight mechanism where you lock up Steam to increase your power.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Cornelius is here. He says, when is she gonna come on camera? Be nice to put voice to a face. Not happening, but thank you. And JK is here. He says, good morning, crypto crew. 2 a.m. here in Sydney, though. Ooh. Yeah, that's like just morning. You can barely say morning.
It's for those nocturnal people, right? Have that late night cup of coffee with
us.
us.
We love that you're here at 2 in the morning.
I do appreciate you Australian viewers and all of you viewers that are around the world. That's why we've been trying to switch up these time slots a little bit so that we can continue to get a little more, because those super early chats and stuff seem like only people on the East Coast were capable of making those times.
Well, no, I mean, we had like Vention, but I mean, he was saying it was like 4 in the morning. So it's like, oh my God, that's not cool. Sorry.
So since we happen to be in a situation where we can go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity, you know, to be able to come out here at a better time slot of 10 a.m. We're going to go ahead and do that for as long as we possibly can. Not saying that it's going to be forever, but right now we're looking at possibly another 50, 60 days or so of us being able to do this. Right, Samantha?
Yeah.
All right. So you want to dig into the news, or do we got some more in the chat that we should be addressing?
Bitcoin Crypto News Education is here. He says, good morning, Bitcoiners.
Good morning, my man. I tried to stop in and check out your live stream this morning, but then I had to start getting ready for my own show.
He said thanks for coming by, but yes, that the live stream just was not going this morning.
Still doesn't mean you guys shouldn't go over there and follow him. He's out there. He's working hard. He's fighting the good fight as well, too. And he's trying to help educate people in trading, right? I mean, it is not one of the easiest things to do. A lot of people think that they can just jump right into it, and they end up losing a lot of money. And then they've got a bad taste in their mouth for this cryptocurrency stuff.
He said he was having backup issue. We've had that before, and it just wouldn't load. Yeah. Ours likes to just throw out that it has no idea what device we're trying to use.
You should check out that Restream.io. It does seem like it is a very good tool to be able to use for us restreamers and content creators. My biggest problem is going to be our internet speed. And then you have to use Streamlabs. There was a couple other ones. Streamlabs just would have been my top pick.
Yeah, because we've already, and but I mean, it did have close to a dozen like things you could link to it to have it all streaming live at the same time.
It had DTube on there.
Yes.
So that
and
was
BitTube,
a nice.
I mean, it had a few
Yep,
different.
it did have a few of our cryptocurrency alternatives.
Yeah, so thanks, Ken Bozak, for, I mean,
Yep.
he was on his little podcast, Uber, his little, you know, thingamajiggy playing with his Steam monsters, and he was all like, oh, I'm using this cool thing. It was like, what?
Yeah, Samantha's been talking about Steam Monsters. She's been trying to see if I want to buy a booster pack and get started. I gave up games, you know, a long time ago. After I beat Final Fantasy VII, I was out. Well, I was done with video games. I had so many hundreds of hours logged on that thing that I had burned myself out. But
I mean, I suck at video games, but it's supposed to be kind of more of like the old physical card games. I can play those. Thanks to you. Eugene taught me how to play Magic and horrible things like that.
Don't tell people how dorky I used to be. All right. So, do we got a little more going on in the chat, or should we start up the news?
I am says, when we see the stock market crash, I think crypto will fall too, then rebound to the moon quickly. But the bond and stock markets won't. Thoughts?
I think that we're going to see an uptick in currency when we start seeing a loss in value in the U.S. dollar. And I guess I'll feed in with this news article that we're looking at Iran launching gold-backed cryptocurrency. And that we're starting to see more and more of this, of countries introducing some form of a cryptocurrency. And this is to skirt sanctions.
Yes.
Once these countries and more countries get on board with this concept of skirting sanctions, the power that the U.S. dollar holds across the world will be diminished. And when the US dollar is diminished, then it can start losing its value, just like the dollars of other countries do so easily. And in this kind of a situation, it'll start turning people here in America, like the average everyday person, onto cryptocurrency and wanting to get a more solid currency. And it may bring up questions, people that wouldn't normally be like, why is my dollar losing value? Why is this like this? What do you mean that this isn't backed by anything? No one ever taught me this stuff. And these questions and this stuff is the revolution. And I think that this is where cryptocurrency is going to gain its value, and the US dollar, stocks, bonds, commodities, all of these things in the traditional market are going to start losing their value unless they're somehow integrated in a fashion of this new currencies and this new form of financing that we're creating now through blockchain.
I mean, I think that is what all of these countries are trying to get, some kind of a country token, because they are realizing, like, oh crap, once this goes big, we are going to be screwed if we don't have our hand already in that cookie jar. And it's like, but I don't think that's the way it's going to, like, how it should play out and what's best for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But I think that's why all of these governments are trying to regulate, trying to get tokens, trying to do things like, let's be in the party, in the middle of it.
It's a situation of that they're not coming to the full realization that Bitcoin is pretty much what they need to start collecting.
Yeah.
And it's that they're trying to create their own currencies and back them by this, because they still have the old ideals of financing intertwined with the new concepts. And they don't realize that it's about decentralization. It's about not tying a physical object with a digital object, because it can be lied about.
Yes.
You know, you can practice those things, fractional reserves, counterfeiting.
Yes, double spendings, all of these things. Like, these are because you can lie about what you have in your bags.
Eventually, some country is going to come onto Bitcoin. You know, it'll help spark all of this. If not, it would probably be a much slower process of people getting used to these state-backed cryptocurrencies, and then slow integration into Bitcoin as they realize that it is a better form of cryptocurrency than the state-backed currency.
I know. Can you imagine, like, all of the, I mean, I'm sure, like Venezuela, like Iran, like these, they have money into advertising for these new coins, tokens, stable whatevers that they're trying to get mass use of in their country, across borders, whatever they got going as their game. I mean, one country just mass promoting Bitcoin itself, like, what would that do? Like, how we have article upon article of petros and this and that. Some country literally just flooding the entire, like, media with promoting Bitcoin.
I mean, it would be a game changer, that's for sure. I think it's just, it's a question of
It's not in their best interest. So
not,
yes, no one would be doing it. I mean, this would be some radical country that would just be like, screw it. We're in for the world changer.
I mean, maybe a socialist country.
See, I always had, you know, like Switzerland, you know, the Netherlands, all of those, thinking, oh yeah, but like, no, they're all like, nah, we're good. Like, we're super good. Our money isn't even messed up.
Well,
like,
they don't usually use paper currency as much as we do here in America, or like we've seen recently, though they still use 70% paper currency in Japan.
That is insane. Yeah, there's a lot of yen going around. Like, wow.
All right. So.
No, we're good.
Okay. So besides, let's finish up with this Iranian thing. They're looking at their gold-backed cryptocurrency, right? Called Paymon, Paymon. Paymonday. They're looking at rolling this out in a two-phase process. So, I mean, that's always great, right? You got to test this stuff little by little before you just spring it on, see what kind of adoption. First, they're looking at it as an interbank payment system. So, I mean, pretty much like a Ripple situation.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they're looking to be able to add the second part, which is going to be transactions. So, and then with it being, they got like 4 banks in on this, and with it being backed by gold and all of this other stuff, it's going to be pretty much a stable currency. So we're not going to see the fluctuation in values like we see in a lot of these other cryptocurrencies, which are just based on digital tech. So, I mean, that's one of the problems we see with merchant adoption is the increase and decrease of the price, because like I said before, when you're selling the 25-cent pack of gum, you're making 2 cents. You can't afford to be giving out gum because the price of whatever cryptocurrency you took went down. Yeah,
dude, when your profit margin is, you know, in the cents or dollar areas, and you're talking about it could fluctuate that much, so you're selling it for not, I mean, yes, doesn't make sense to merchants. I get that you don't want to have your products or whatever's just dropping in price left and right or going up. I mean, yes.
So, I mean, unless you're going to involve those payment merchants that turn it into cash directly on the spot through the payment of the cryptocurrency, to be able to keep your business running properly with finances, then you're looking at a situation of you need a cryptocurrency that's going to stay stable, or at least pretty stable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're looking at here. I mean, I think it's a step in the right direction, as I've been saying. But of course, ultimately, we need a country to just go ahead and say, hey, Bitcoin's the answer. We're going to start being about the people, for a better future. We're going to start making...
Move that way. Nope, that way. Other way. Ooh, Kalidas with his tail. Sorry, people. He doesn't usually do it, so I was trying to get you to see his tail. It's about to be mating season, if you can't tell. But bump.
Of course, that's why we were talking about getting the peahen here in about 2 weeks or so. And as you can see by the ladder, I'm in the middle of expanding the aviary. We're doubling it at another 15 or 20 foot with a 25 foot high ceiling over here on it.
Yeah. Everybody seems to like it a whole bunch, so that's cool.
Way to kill the crypto talk.
I know, I'm sorry. Okay, I am for I am says it will only take one small country with a techie ruler. I mean, we can all hope. I do hope that, yes. We need more people promoting just straight Bitcoin.
I mean, it seems like it's inevitable at this point. It's just that we're looking for the spark to light the fire. We're looking for the first step. We're looking for the escalator. I mean, what is it that's going to start setting the world in motion like this? Because the tech is being developed right now. People are in love with it, like me, you guys.
Yes.
You know, what is it going to take to make it the next jelly bracelet fad, where everybody's out there, wanting to get in on this and take part of it, but not necessarily in the same exact situation as in 2017, where they're doing it to make money, but they're doing it because
they realize it's going.
It's going somewhere. It's going to be the new money. They're interested in the tech. They want to fight in the revolution, whatever the case may be. I mean, and it could be something as silly as like how the CryptoKitty game took off. Like there is some digital game or dApp that takes off and everybody hops on board, or something starts using cryptocurrency in the background and you're not even realizing that you're using the cryptocurrency, and that takes off, and that's what helps spark all of this.
I mean, we're seeing that now, like how there's all the Lightning games that you can play, and all you do is pay little, but you're on the Lightning Network. And I mean, and then yes, how the dude that sold the concert tickets are literally not being counterfeited. I mean, it's already happening. It's just I don't know to what like grand scheme it needs to happen for it to really blow up, because there is, just like we were watching that oh, it was an ad, but it was the beer that's on the blockchain. I mean, there was quite a lot. Bach beer, I think it was what it was, or
Block beer.
Block something. But it was, there's so many things that are actually being utilized already that it's just, I don't know how big it needs to be for it to really, because there's states using it for their, I mean, their DMV and their taxes, and I mean, their stuff.
I think it's a lot more of a situation of it. We're here every day. We're looking at it. You know, the watch pot never boils. The grass never grows when you're looking at it. But if you're somebody that's not in the space staring at it daily, and you look at it, and then you come back a year later and you look at it, and you come back 2 years later and you look at it, you would be like, wow, look at all of this innovation. Look at how we've grown. But to us, you know, we've been watching it every day. It doesn't seem like we're getting enough. Our expectations are beyond what is actually achievable, because we have so much incentivization in this for ourselves, not only financially, but with our freedoms.
Yeah, okay. So I am says, I wonder what percentage of new BTC minted coins are sold daily on the OTC market. Thoughts? I hope not a lot, but
well, I mean, we're talking about new minted coins, so we're talking about all those mining facilities that are out there around the world that are having trouble
staying afloat. Yes.
Right? Especially with these kinds of Bitcoin prices down to the 3,400. We've talked about before that not a lot of miners are profitable at these prices.
Yeah, we're touching the not profitable area for almost everybody.
So possibly they're taking a gamble right now and saying that they're going to hold, if they can afford to, cover the overhead of their electricity, right? Either that, or they're, as soon as they're getting it, they're selling it. So, and then when we talk OTC, we're talking large quantities. So then we're talking that only the big facilities would be capable of this. A lot of the smaller facilities would probably have to go to the exchange.
Yeah, normal exchange, and just drop their couple hundred or whatever. Yeah.
If you're talking 4 or 5 Bitcoins, that's an average exchange. OTC, you're talking hundreds or more. So, I mean, we are only producing 12.5 Bitcoins every 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. I get what you're saying. It would need to be like
you'd have to be somebody. I mean, a few of the bigger places are capable of this, but I would assume that most of them are being sold on board at the exchanges.
Just straight burning them. Like, I mean,
OTC is whales. I mean, people that are real OGs that were getting this stuff when they were being passed around in hundreds and thousands because they were worth pennies and dollars. If you're in this now, you don't have that kind of stuff, or else you're super rich. Well, I mean, right, if you got 1,000 Bitcoins.
Right, yes.
You're not in the same league
what are
as
your
me
problems?
and you guys. I mean...
I says exactly. Biters with average or above average electricity costs are hurting. And then he says that I think institutions are buying them up in the OTC market. I mean,
I believe that there is a lot of people that are buying up in the OTC markets that we're not aware of, and that hindsight is going to be 2020 on this situation. I don't think anybody really wants to tip their hand to say, hey, you know what, you guys? Bitcoin's actually freaking amazing. You got to get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, shh, don't tell anybody, because we need to get all of this. Because, hey, what happens with money and power? They go hand in hand, right? So that's why in the future, the accumulation of as much Bitcoin as you can get is going to be the power. So when you're talking about these corporations and governments and secret entities out there in the background, possibly like CIA style stuff, hacking organizations, all of that stuff. In order for them to stay in business, they're going to need to get a hold of Bitcoin, especially when fiat goes down. So now they're not going to be like, hey, you guys, Bitcoin's the next thing. They're going to be like, shit, we better get our hands on all of this stuff before everyone else realizes it. And someone flicks that light switch and it's all crypto.
Yes, because they don't want to be the screwed ones with just all of the fiat going, wait, what? This isn't worth anything? No.
I mean, it's like the horse race. If you know that this horse is going to win, you don't go tell people at the track.
Nope. You know that like horse is getting, steroided. Nope. You don't tell anybody.
Keep that stuff to yourself.
Yep.
and you just take the payout.
Who cares if it's a meth horse? Nope. Continue.
All right. So let's see. What else do we got going on with the news? This one, I seen this one on Facebook. I know Facebook, a dark place. Even though, hey, you guys got to let me know what you guys are thinking about this one. I've been thinking about making a Facebook for Bitcoin and coffee because one of the multiple streaming platforms was Facebook. So, I don't know how I feel so much about that, but we could be trying to make a Facebook for Bitcoin and coffee. But all right, so on Facebook, I seen this one, Bitcoin Cash paper notes. I mean, these people can't go backwards far enough, right?
God, the stupidest damn thing I've ever heard of.
This is being done by Global Notes, right, in conjunction with BitcoinCashNotes.com. And they're printing paper notes with like those scratch things like you get on lottery tickets.
Cool.
And these are going to be pretty much paper wallets. And there's going to be 4 digits, like a serial number up in the top, so you can verify that they're real and you can verify that the funds haven't been removed off of the paper wallet via these 4-digit codes. And it has Dorian Nakamoto on the front, the goofy guy, the goofy Asian guy that everybody uses or thinks is Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yes.
I mean, and then they're ripping off Bitcoin. It's orange. It looks like Bitcoin. If somebody handed it to me, and I was definitely within my first 6 months of Bitcoin, I would think that somebody was handing me Bitcoin. I mean, I definitely see the potential to even get this lost because you swiped your private keys into the wrong kind of wallet.
Asses. I just, yes. So, like,
I thought I'd bring it out here and talk about because I thought it was just hilarious.
Like you scratched the gift card part to, you know, unveil your PIN numbers and whatnot. On this paper, you're going to scratch to get your codes and to get your stuff, to get your, and the face value of this ridiculous paper is going to be what's on the address attached to this ridiculous paper.
Mm-hmm. And they're saying that they're going to make the paper feel like real money. So in other words, I guess it'd be like some sort of fabric or whatever. And there was like holographic images in it and everything. It looked kind of cool. Like it looked like it was supposed to have been some kind of paper. This Global Notes company also makes other kinds of paper digital notes and stuff.
Yes, they were saying it was going to feel like real money and have the same weight and stuff as real, you know, fiat of, I guess, I don't know what country. I mean,
I see pros, I see cons, I guess you can say, about everything in this world, right? I mean, I see the ideal of it being good to be able to gift somebody who doesn't know a thing about it.
I hate that it's
It would be easy to take these and put them in your safe.
Yes.
Like you put them in your safe, done, end of story, right? Next problem is I mean, there's some computer somewhere making these private keys and printing them. And I mean, to me, that's the biggest honeypot of all. If you could find some way to hack that printer that printed all those private keys, you're talking about you got all that Bitcoin Cash, right? That's what I see as the biggest. And then you're saying, what, you're going to smash them every 1,000 or something? I mean, there's still ways. Stuff happens. We see all the time here in the cryptocurrency markets that people are scamming and hacking and pulling out fraudulent events in order to make themselves richer. Something in the chat, Sam?
Oh, no, you're good. No, I was just, I mean, it's just asinine. I don't understand. You're trying to take, first off, Bitcoin Cash, so awesome. Kudos to that. And then the idea of fiat and put it together. Mm-hmm. Why in the hell would you do that? What,
to give us something to talk about.
Like, that can't be more confusing to people who, because I mean, besides the fact that it is literally bright orange, has nothing but the gigantic B. I mean, you know, they piss me off. It's so hard to not just be like, and if you're not trying to slow down progress, I don't know what your game plan is.
As you can tell, Samantha's a very emotional person.
I just don't like Bitcoin Cash. Well, you know what? I don't like a lot of coins. Okay, so there is stuff in the chat.
Ooh, nice. I love it when you guys get out here and talk to me in the chat. Even when you just say, hey, let us know that you're here in the chat. It's amazing because, right, that's the fuel that keeps us going. I was just talking about that with Samantha this morning, that I mean, we used to get hundreds of viewers, and it was because it was the way up, and that really fueled and incentivized me to keep going through this when I was first starting out, where I guess it would have been really easy to squash my inspiration and desire to do this. And now it really doesn't take a lot to keep me going. You know what I mean? And the little bit that we are getting is great because it does keep me going. But I mean, if I had like 5 viewers, you know what I mean? Like if I was putting out videos and I had 30, 15 subscribers, like it would be hard. It would be really hard to want to keep going at this right now at this point.
Yeah. Joshua Thomas Hansen says, scratch off BTC. I'm not really into it, but it seems interesting. Yes. And then I am where I am says, what will happen if and when Facebook starts its own token?
I mean, that'll be the cryptocurrency of all cryptocurrencies right there. When we start seeing a Facebook or a Twitter or one of the major social networks.
But yeah, I mean, Kik was trying, but I mean, it wasn't a big enough platform. Like, I mean, I remember using Kik with my kid because that's what he used, like when we were taught, like, but not everybody uses it. I mean, yeah, I couldn't freaking imagine like a Google token, you know, a Facebook token, a Twitter token,
an Amazon token.
Oh my Jesus. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. So.
Well, I mean, we always talk about, what was that one show that we used to watch where the guy was always time jumping, and in the future, the corporations ruled.
Oh, crap.
And I mean, that's the kind of stuff we'd be talking about if the corporations in charge now started making their own cryptocurrency and slowly took power over the fiat that we have now. They would depower the government, and instead of Bitcoin giving the people the power, like we talk about, the Amazon, you know, yes, the Facebook, the Apple, they would be the rules. Yeah. They would make the rules.
Crap, right? I can't remember
whoever
the name
has
of
the
that
money
show.
has the power, and whoever has the power makes the rules.
Sadly. Okay. So Joshua Thomas Hansen says soon regular scratch offs will pay out in BTC like that. Paul Rouleau is here. Paul Rouleau says they already have the scratch off feature on the Bitcoin gift cards. I know, that's what I was like, dude, seriously, right? Like whatever. Okay, we're good.
We're good?
Yep.
All right, so let me see. I got 2 more stories. Please go ahead, pile up in the chat. Let Samantha know what you got going on. We'll talk a little bit about the show at the end here, right, and close out the show notes.
Sure, why not?
Right now, the ongoing drama and saga of the Canadian cryptocurrency exchange, Quadratic CX, still continues to unfold for us. Never lost funds, never lost access to funds is what we're seeing now due to deep chain analysis. We didn't have to do all that for me to know. I was out here telling you guys this yesterday and the day before that.
Dude died in India? Psh, boo.
Whenever there's millions of dollars just magically disappeared, red flag, wave that thing about. All right, so we're seeing that they practice fractional reserves. We're seeing that they never had all of the funds that they talked about having.
They're saying not probably anywhere close to what the funds they said they were having.
So this is going to continue to unravel. More and more of this is going to continue to come out. But in other words, it just looks like a shady exchange, right? That practiced fractional reserves, that didn't do what they were supposed to do, tried to make money off everyone else's buck. Bitcoin went down, I think, what are we looking at now? 70, 80% right now. And they lost. They lost their pants, they lost their shirt, they lost their hat, they lost everything. And now they're trying to find a way out. And instead of going to jail, right, dude's claiming to be dead, probably trying to hide out somewhere.
Yep.
So
it's like when you don't get robbed, but you say you got robbed. You know, like you come into your house and it's actually, you know, your girlfriend's crap or whatever, and she took it, but you call and you say, I got robbed. And it's all because, you know, you don't want to have to come out with all of the crap that is the reason why it's your fault. So, I mean, I think that's their main thing was literally, okay, I don't even think the dude's dead, but okay, fine, whatever, either way. I think that they thought, well, what do? We go and we play the victim and we tell, you know, the Canadian credit courts that we have no idea what's going on or how this is happening or that we have any control over it. When you do.
I mean, this is not your keys, not your crypto. I mean, it really just boils down to that. At least now with cryptocurrency, there is a contingency plan that allows you to personally own your intangible personal property. Because otherwise, unless you're holding dollar bills stacked under your mattress and you got the shotgun to keep everyone at bay,
the tangible property, personal property,
you don't own your money, right? Because if it's in the bank owns it. If it's in the safety deposit box, the bank still owns it. If it's in any form of anything besides stuck under your mattress or in your safe.
And I mean, even then, when they search and seize your property, they usually get to own it by then,
So cryptocurrency is actually even safer, because unless someone's going to beat you enough to make you, or torture you enough to make you give up your private keys, or you're silly enough to leave them out in a fashion where they can be discovered, no one's getting a hold of your funds. Your money is your money.
Yep. This was quite a long time ago. It was actually when we first had gotten into it, but I was cleaning at a resort, and I had came across, somebody had checked out, and it was because I knew stuff because of Eugene, and Eugene made me watch all this stupid crap all the time, because this was not when I cared about crypto at all. I came back and I was cleaning up, and there was a post-it note, and God help me if it did not have every single thing you needed for that person's, and it was an address. It was like the whole 9 yards. It had a private keys written on the back side in teeny tiny English letters, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And I did not, I threw it away. I ripped it up into little pieces and threw it away. But I came home and told Eugene, because that would have been, anybody can come in contact with your stuff if you just don't care enough about it. I was a housekeeper. Really? You think that I'm supposed to be able to get these people were very well-off individuals from all over the world. So they didn't take care of their stuff.
I mean, it baffles me how people don't realize that you need to protect this. It's just like real money. For some reason, the digital sense, it obscures people's
it does. It makes you feel like it's less, and it should be more. It should be more. Because it's a lot ballsier to steal someone's cash or their wallet from them.
Is there anything there in the chat, or should I go into the last story?
We're good.
All right. So here we go into the last story. Ethereum parity. Heard them before, right? They've had problems in the past.
We have.
A bug. A possible bug that could go ahead and force their nodes offline. Ooh, not good, right? Causing stability problems, possibly for the Ethereum network. Stability problems in the Ethereum network makes the gas price go up, right? Ethereum network is what a lot of these ICOs ran their tokens on the back of, right? When we go over to CoinMarketCap, and now we see that 2,100 and whatever, I think it's 3, 5, 10, something like that. How many of them are running on Ethereum now? We've seen the expansion of other platforms, but still, this is a big deal. But luckily, they went ahead and fixed it already. So once again, the continuation of
the plane's still in flight, people.
The plane is still in flight, but I don't know. It's up and down. It's always like this in the cryptocurrency market. It's always high school drama. There's always problems. There's always bugs. There's always hacks. There's always something going on. That's why it's super early days, people, right? That's why we're here for the excitement. It's a bumpy ride. This is an adventure. And I mean, this roller coaster has been going down all year long, hoping the bottom is in. So, I mean, now it's time for that part where we get to go up and we all go, woo!
I go with I don't think that there could ever be enough smart, super intelligent, coders and devs on all of these projects to keep all of these things go. I mean, we need a large population of a pit crew for every single one of these coins, because it is just, that's why I hate the word patch or whatever. It just makes you feel like it's like, oh, so you just MacGyvered the crap out of that, didn't you? That's great. Awesome. I feel safe now.
I think you just always think of back to the days of our sailboat, and I would say the word patch.
No, no.
Thinking there's water coming in and we're going under. Samantha can't swim.
I can donkey paddle. Shut up. Don't tell people my stuff. That's how you get me, okay? Drown me.
So what do we got going on in the chat there?
Well, now I have to smack you, because I am where I am is asking, have we looked at the Bitcoin hex?
That was the one that you were telling me about the other day.
Oh, yeah, it was. On the downside, one of our turkeys was sick, so we started to really
big turkey. The biggest turkey that we had passed away, was fighting blackhead disease for about a week. Finally beat blackhead disease, but too much permanent damage probably to its liver. And,
but we did get sidetracked and we didn't look up anything other than turkey treatments. And okay, you're doing it today because we'll be out here tomorrow. I'm not having this man ask you again if we have looked into Richard Hartness and the project that does not have to do with him.
Oh, after he had said this, Richard Hart had a video
yes.
talking about this, and I caught the first like 10 minutes of it, and then I had to shut it off because it was Richard
I know, but it's
Hart.
Richard Hart. We need to not look at Richard Hart. We do. Yes, we need to look.
We need to read and not watch.
Someone else talking about it always will make it better. Just like, I mean, you might even be able to sell me on old Bitcoin Cash if it wasn't Roger Ver's horrible face and vulgarness always there saying it. You know, no.
I've also been wondering about the steam monsters. Like, I don't know. I've been watching Ken Bozak lately, and he's been doing and talking about it. Yes. Samantha was asking about it. So if you guys are playing steam monsters, let me know what you think about it. Is it worth it? Is it just like a dumping a bunch of money in something? Is there any money to be made in it? Is it kind of fun?
Yeah, because see, that's why they got me with the crypto kitties.
Can you play for only a couple dollars, or is it something that's going to require some larger financial means just to have a good time? Because that's not me.
I mean, I was into the kitty creations until it was like, oh, whoa, I gotta pay for every single contract. There's a lot of kiddiness going on here. So yes, I don't know, maybe. There was some free stuff. Yes, he likes our chickens, mainly because he doesn't have a peahen at the moment. It's happening very soon. We have to wait for the lady to want to sell her.
I gotta get another Indian blue so that they can have genetically the same babies. I was looking for a white peahen. That would have been cool because then you got those white blue combos. All right, so we talked about the Ethereum parity bug, that they fixed it, that it could have forced a lot of nodes offline. So I mean, this is good that it went down the way that it went down, where they fixed the bug before it was able to be exploited.
Yeah,
right. We like it a lot better when it happens this way. It does seem like there's been a lot less bad players in the space that have been doing anything to kind of shut down the networks, unless they've been doing the 51% attacks.
Yeah,
not just to cause the damage, it's the let's make some money on it. So that's always a big plus.
Yeah. I am for Am says turkey treatments. I know. Okay, I don't like to watch things be in pain or sick in any way. So there's quite a lot of, if you want to see our Google history, a lot of it's all birds and crypto. Like, that is it.
Right, people.
I know.
Crazy.
There's like 2-track minds. That's it. Like.
All right. So what do we got going on, Samantha? 60 days, right? Been making this big 60-day push. Been trying to get out here.
Hey,
trying
our
to bring you
views
as many
have been
episodes.
going up.
What?
Like, our views
have been going up. All right. So you guys, you know what you got to do right now? Hit that thumbs up button down there. Right, Sam? That's one of the best things you can do to help out this channel, because you know what that does? It shares this out on YouTube. It helps the algorithm tell people that this is a good video, that there is valuable content here, and that people should check it out. It puts it on the side markers, pops it up all over the places for people to check it out. So please hit that thumbs up. The next best thing you can do, share the video out on your own social media feed. Either you're on Facebook, you're on Twitter, you're on Minds, you're on Steam, all of these other social medias, I'm on as well too. So you can retweet, re-steam, share this stuff. There's a nice little button below, right, that helps with the major social media networks. Besides that, you can come on the show, right? We're always looking for people to come on here and tell us your story. You can talk to me via my email, which is also a free email help desk, which is eugeneforest20@gmail.com. Or you can hit me up on Twitter. I message, and people message me quite a bit on Twitter. It's a great way to be able to get a hold of me and message without having to, you know, type in the email, give out your personal information. Everybody has a Twitter, it seems like.
I mean, I know, but yes, everybody else does.
What else? Right? Because there's always tons of stuff.
Well, we changed all of our times.
We did change our time.
And we put it on Twitter.
And we put it on Twitter so you guys can check out what's going on. That's why you got to come follow me on Twitter, because I've been putting updates to the show and what's going on there. So you guys would have known I had a 10 o'clock show today if you would have checked out Twitter. Looking also, like Monday.
You hit the bell. You hit the bell.
Oh, hit the notification bell. That's another good way to know when we're coming on air. So what? We're looking at Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m.
Yes.
Friday, 5 o'clock show.
Yes.
Saturday, 11.
Yep.
All right. We think that these are going to be the best times to be able to get the most views. I hope that you can come join us. I hope you can come participate in the comment sections and give us your commentary and your thoughts and ask your questions and direct new people to us as well.
We're trying to find the sweet spot.
The sweet spot, Samantha.
The sweet spot. The
All right.
time sweet spot.
Besides all that, if you're new to crypto and you're trying to figure a few things out, I got all kinds of tools, links, and affiliation codes down below to help you figure stuff out here in the cryptocurrency markets. I also got faucets if you're still trying to collect that crypto, right? Every time you open up your browser is usually how I do it. Click that faucet, close it away. A few Satoshis here and there, but they're going to add up to a lot in the future. Besides that, I got those donational addresses. That all goes back to the channel as a be able to way to keep cameras and laptops and wires and headphones and mics and all of that stuff to keep us up and going. I have to congratulate everybody that donated to the Tally Fund. I can't say thank you enough. I really do appreciate you helping us get out there and do this carbon offset situation where we get out there and we tell people about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to be able to spread the adoption for everybody, because that's what we need. Right? The revolution isn't going to happen on its own. People aren't going to know about Bitcoin unless someone gets out there and tells them about it, because Bitcoin doesn't have a marketing department. It's not Dash. It's not one of these new cryptocurrencies where they're self-funding.
And you don't want other people telling people about Bitcoin. We need to tell people about Bitcoin.
Or you need to get out there and tell people about Bitcoin yourself.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because I mean, if you're watching, if you're into cryptocurrency, if you're here in the bear market, you probably know a decent amount about
cryptocurrency. You're doing something right, okay?
I mean, we are super, super early adopters.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything in the chat?
Nope, we're good.
We're good?
Yes.
All right, you guys. Go out there, make the most of your Monday. Have a great day. Start your week off right, and keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.